Kuwait has a large amount of air pollution. Air pollution consists of both gas and particle matter pollutants. It includes nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, oxygen-3, and sulfur dioxide. The latter includes particulate matter and varying aerodynamic diameter. Recent interest has focused on particulate matter, so-called ultrafine particles. These particles have a higher carbon content, larger total surface area, and greater potential of carrying toxic compounds. Because of their small size, these particles can be inhaled deeply into the lungs and deposit in our bodies.
Minister of Education and Higher Education, Dr. Badr Al-Isa, yesterday urged the international community to strive for a world with a healthy environment, a more sustainable and free from pollution. At the plenary session in the Innovation for Cool Earth Forum, ISIF, focusing on future perspective of addressing climate change through innovation. Dr. Al-Isa stressed that replacing the use of gas and harmful chemicals with safer alternatives is one step countries may take to improve on climate changes and reduce pollution. Many countries have responded to repeated calls for a healthy, sustainable environment and reducing the negative effects that industries impact on the climate. On the other hand, some countries contribute to environmental pollution, destruction of the climate, and changes in the Earth's temperature by allowing industries to continue with poor practices and protocols.
Getting a closer look at the seashore in Kuwait on Gulf Road demonstrates how such a piece of heaven was harmed by people and ignored by the authorities. The Kuwait Bay is contaminated with different kinds of pollutants, such as plastic bags, litter, and sewage, that have all turned the nice sea breeze into stinking odors. When this extremely dangerous substance exceeds normal levels allowed by the World Health Organization, not only will it pollute the waters in Kuwait, but it will also make it poisonous and unfit for neither human or animal consumption. It also leads to the death of tons of fish, such as death of mullets in Kuwait Bay and over 20% of corals and marine algae and seaweeds that take a long time to grow. This led to serious ecological and climate changes that have had serious impact on human beings. An earlier report prepared by the Environment Studies Unit at the Ministry of Health proved that Kuwaiti shores are polluted and the sewage dumped from the Mishari plant was untreated sewage waters that contained bacteria, fungi, worms, and viruses that may pose health problems such as cholera and other diseases. What are the sources of pollution? When touring the areas of Sulaibiya, Kuwait Towers, and the Free Zone beaches, marine pollution was extremely evident in the form of dumping various kinds of solid wastes, such as industrial construction, ship waste, and litter that includes unrecyclable plastic, and treated and untreated sewage waters, in addition to oil leaking from ships and boats. Local and migrating birds, fish, and shrimp are the most vulnerable to pollution. Moreover, contaminated fish and shrimp are a prime cause of various health problems for the people consuming them, doctors claim.
Air pollution has been linked to many adverse health problems. Short-term exposure exacerbates existing pulmonary and cardiovascular disease and increases the need for medical attention. Long-term exposure increases the cumulative risk of chronic pulmonary and cardiovascular disease and also may cause death. The increase of the allergic diseases has occurred in parallel with the increased use of fossil fuels. In certain parts of developed countries, agencies were created to monitor such pollution. Also, over the years, strategies including emission control strategies for vehicles, the use of cleaner burning fuels, and the elimination of gross pollution sources, such as some incinerators and others, have helped improve air quality. This situation is far from occurring in Kuwait for many reasons.